Hey guys, how's it going? The UJ2 here. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. We're going to start this video with doing my free pull. Now, I am going to say this is so horrible, but I actually did forget to do my pull yesterday. I think. I'm not sure actually. I don't remember if I actually remembered to do it at the beginning of the day or if I didn't, because as most of you know right now, I am in Canada. I am having so much fun up here with my family. I decided to stay a little longer too. So it's just awesome. I'm having tons of fun. But my streaming schedule has been greatly reduced right now. But don't worry. I've got some big things planned for the end of January and February and March too. So we're going to have a lot of fun on the streams. And of course, my channel on YouTube is going to have a lot new content. But that's not what we're here to talk about right now. What we're here to talk about right now is that. And I am going to talk about the other one, the update, the what's it called? The maintenance we're in right now. But let's talk about this first. A new falling price deal starts tonight at midnight. A number of recent tier 5 and higher medals have been added to the pool, and you're guaranteed to get 2 per draw. Hashtag KHux. Okay. Let's go. Let's look at this from this perspective. I know, and I'm going to play. I'm gonna kind of play, you know, like Muffin's advocate here for both sides, because as a lot of you guys know, I don't pull in a lot of banners, and I just don't. You know, in whenever like the debut deals, I didn't pull in those, and I do have another video I've been working on, but I actually kind of want to wait till I'm home to finish working on this video, because I don't have my entire setup here. I mean, like right now, I'm like, I'm like roughing it right now with like only 2 monitors, and without my all my other setups. So, for me, pulling and how, you know, I decided to play this game. Granted, we are getting a massive amount of jewels now just from the daily logins, the missions, and etc. I think I explained it in a previous video where I went ahead and collected all my jewels, that it's like 20-something thousand, you know, like 20-something thousand jewels. That's just from logging in missions. So that's a lot. Now, I do tend to spend mostly on the avatar boards in those, and I am spending more now on the gems again, because there are keyblades that I want to level up. Now, this is the thing. For me, my personal policy has now been, I do not pull really unless it is a banner where you have exclusive medals. For example, the copy key arts. And yes, I did pull during, you know, the some medals and the, what was the other, the tune medals and stuff like that, and I have pulled through those as well. And even though sometimes those medals, when they, by the time they come out, are not as powerful as they could have been if they had been released earlier, still, for me personally, I pull because a lot of times I pull because I like the medals. I already have really great medals. I buy VIP all the time, so having those medals can't take me very far. And as you guys have noticed, I can pretty much do everything in the game. I can't compete at a very high level because, like for example, right now I'm already a little behind the curve because I don't have Shiani X. I'm sure she'll come back again, and I'll try for her then. But we look at something like this, and I know that a lot of times people are going to say, "Oh, this is horrible. Don't pull for it. You know, save for this medal." And you know what? The best thing I can tell you guys is that there's always going to be a better medal coming out. I cannot tell you how long I mean, everyone said, wait for Kyrie X, wait for Kyrie X, wait for Kyrie X. Don't pull unless it's Kyrie X. And then people were like, it's got to be the foretellers, and we have to pull for the foretellers. And then it was, you have to pull for the debut banners, and then it's, you have to pull for this, and you have to pull for that. So this is the thing. You can save as much as you want, but there's always going to be a better medal and a better banner coming. Always. It's just the nature of the game. So if you spend your time just saving and waiting up, you're just not going to be really playing the game, you know? Or I guess you're going to be playing someone else's game, or someone else is going to be playing the game for you. So the advice I've always given is look at the banner that's coming and you decide if you want to pull for it. I will tell you this right now. This is, for me, is extremely tempting because right now we are in a boosted guilty campaign. And pulling right now for these means that I would guilt them. And you get 2 tier 5s. 2 tier 5s and higher up. I do want to wait and see what is in the prize, in the pull pool. Yeah. I do want to find out what's in there first. But a falling price deal? Man, a falling price deal with 2 guaranteed tier 5s is not bad at all. It's tempting. I do want to see, I want to wait and see for the updates tonight. I want to see what's going to be in there. But again, for a lot of people who are just starting out in the game, this is one of the better deals for you. If you're just starting in the game and you have decided that you want to spend money, you might not have that many medals right now. Something like this is going to guarantee you a massive amount of really good medals and the capacity to guilt them and trait them. And if you're just starting in the game, you don't have a lot of Fantasia Mickey B's. You don't have a lot of anything, actually. I know that there's people like every single day starting to play this game, and I know that you'll see something like, you know, you'll see the YouTubers who have been playing for a very long time, and you'll be like, well, how am I supposed to do any of that if I can't even guilt the medals that I got? Recently, actually, there was someone who talked to me, and in the campaign that's going on right now, this one right here. And I know we didn't talk about this before, but if you do pull a foreteller in this one, they don't come orbed. And there's someone who actually, they went through and they spent a massive amount of jewels because they had seen a previous video that myself and other YouTubers had done, where we showed getting foretellers before and they came orbed. And then they were kind of like, well, why is it that I can't, you know, do the special attack? Why can't I guilt my medals? And it's because these ones did not come orbed, and this person does not have Fantasia Mickey B's. So saving for future banners when you just recently started the game, or you don't really have a lot of resources in the game, doesn't really help you. Because, for example, here you pull in a foreteller and that's great, but you don't even have the Fantasia Mickey B's to guilt it. So there's a lot of different aspects in that, and like I've always said, a free-to-play player or a brand new player a free-to-play player can be very different. A free-to-play player who's been playing 500 days is going to have a massive amount of more stuff and resources in the game and medals than someone who has been playing for a month, you know. So there's a lot of aspects like that to look at. And that's basically a thing of something like this. With a tweet like this, with a banner like this coming out, these are going to be orb medals. You spend the jewels to be able to do this, and you're going to have, you do several pulls. If you're guaranteed 2 of these tier 5s and ups, yeah, I mean, you could get yourself really far. Now, having said all that, I will say this now. Having played this game for almost 2 years, 2 years in April, having spent a massive amount of money in this game, I would not recommend anyone at this point to spend a lot of money in this game right now. I wouldn't. You know what? It's a game that we have noticed is going to be progressing like that. It's going to be constantly. I'm not saying the game hasn't gotten better. The game has gotten bigger. The interaction with the community has gotten better, but I still don't believe that's on Square Enix's part. I believe that's on the people that they hired. The Twitter people, the people who do the streams, the people who do Reddit. I mean, awesome job. Amazing job. For those of you who have been playing a long time, you guys remember the year and a half, over a year, that we spent pretty much in the dark with no communication from tweets, with no answers from tweets, from nothing from Square Enix or anyone for such a long time, where we did it. We had no communication at all. So the game has really progressed, but the communication from Twitter and the other thing, that's a whole different thing. And you know, we kind of have seen where the game is going. So is this a banner worth pulling from? Only you can answer that. For me personally, like I said, right now, because I am guilting and trading stuff, this is very tempting to me. Because as you guys know, I have a serious problem with guilting anything or trading anything outside of a guilting campaign. I don't know when we're going to get another guilting campaign. So the potential to get these medals and be able to not just guilt them, because I have a lot of Fantasia and Mickey B's, but the capacity and the potential to get traits of these is extremely desirable for me. So we're gonna have to wait and see. And this is something else. A lot of these medals, just the medals that we see here, and I guarantee you a lot of the medals that we've had coming out, that people have been saying, well, why didn't you pull for that? That was so not smart and you should have pulled. Here they are. They're here in a falling price deal, and you're guaranteed 2, and you might get more. So that's just what happens in this game. If you wait a little bit, there's gonna be better stuff coming. And also, the way that the game is made, the only reason to, and this is something too, the only reason to pull at the moment of a banner, of a new banner or a new medal, is because there are high score challenges. There are other things that benefit you from there. And also the people who pull are the people who are going to be in the top ranks. I'm not going to be in the top rank. I'm just not, you know, I'm not going to be in the top 100 anymore. I did do it once upon a time. But at the same time, I was also spending a lot of money. So, you know, that's, again, if you're doing that, that's awesome. More power to you. And if you're not doing that, play your game. Be happy. Enjoy the game. So the last thing I want to talk about is the maintenance. Right now, they did tweet out earlier that we were in maintenance. I believe that they did say, the latest one says, "Our sincerest apologies, but this maintenance has been extended once more. We're currently working to confirm the updated end time, and we'll let you know once we have more information." So currently right now, and they've done several tweets, which again, thank you very much. Twitter person, thank you very much for keeping us updated. So right now, Union Cross is not available. I don't know what they're changing. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe there was something bad. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I know this kind of turned into a little bit of a ranty Let's Talk, not just an update tweet. But I did want to go a little bit through, you know, what people have, you know, because I know that a lot of people are going to say, this banner's bait, don't pull from it. Some people are going to be like, oh, this is great, let's pull from it. And you know what? If you've been playing this game for a very long time, then you should know your game better than anyone else. You should know what you need and what you don't need, depending what's in those pulls, depending what are the guaranteed medals in these pull pools. You might see me pull and guilt, because we have a boosted guilting campaign right now. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. Remember, there's always better medals coming. There's always new banners going to happen. That's just the nature of the game. There is never going to be a moment when Square Enix is going to be like, well, that's it. I hope you guys pulled, because there's no more banners coming. And there's always going to be something better coming. So, thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.